Kate, and today's video is going to be a part 2 to my responding to your assumptions about me video that I did like 2 months ago. The difference between this video and that video is that all of these assumptions are anonymous, so I used an app called Lipsy to have you guys send me anonymous assumptions just so that you guys could say what you really thought and you wouldn't worry about me getting upset at you because your name was on it or something, which, like I said in the other video, I think I said this, I actually don't remember, but I don't get offended easily. I don't get upset about what people think about me. I don't really care. So I wouldn't have gotten upset anyways, but I just feel like people are more apt to tell you what they really think when it's anonymous. So that's why I got the app, not sponsored, but I use the app Lipsy if you guys were wondering if you want to do a similar video. Also, my voice is kind of raspy, so it might be cutting in and out in this video just because it is allergy season and your girl has the worst allergies ever for some reason around this time, so my voice is kind of raspy. Also, my neighbor decided to start weed whacking or leaf blowing as soon as I started filming, so if you can hear him, then that's what that is. So I figured I would start with kind of like the funny / like random ones before I get into the juicy stuff because I got some like really random ones that I kind of thought were funny. So I'm just gonna start off with those ones. So the first one of like the funny ones was, I assume you have a collection of purses. I thought this was funny because I feel like everyone thinks I'm like a typical like girly girl and I do all these super girly things, but that's just not really true. Honestly, I get a purse for Christmas every year from my sister. Nothing designer or super expensive. It's not like once a year I get a Gucci purse or something. Like, no, it's just once a year for Christmas I always ask for a purse and my sister always gets me one, and I usually use that every day until the next Christmas. She usually gets it from BCBG or Poshmark or something like that, but I do have a few purses, but I don't really have a big collection, and like I said, I usually just stick with the same purse for a while. The next one is you love eggs, which I thought was really funny because that's just such a random assumption, but I guess you could say I do. It depends on who makes them though. Because I work at Panera, I like Panera's over easy eggs, but I hate our scrambled eggs, and I like all the kinds of eggs that my mom makes, but I don't like eggs that other people make. We all have our preferences, and I just feel like my mom is like the best at everything, so. The next one says, pretty chill human being who is involved in leaving impacts on other people and making cool content on your social media platforms. ... Your IG lives get mad weird with those thirsty creeps. Thank you. I'm not really sure if that's an assumption, but thank you. And yes, the IG lives sometimes get weird because people just say weird things, but if you guys are not following me on Instagram, you're missing out on our Instagram lives. I go live a lot and a lot of crazy stuff happens on those, so you definitely want to follow me. The next ones go hand in hand. So this one says, my original assumption the first time I saw your Instagram was that you were apostolic, but you still wore makeup, but I realized that you just seem to have really clear skin. Please feel free to share how. So I do have 2 skin videos on my channel. If you guys want to check those out, that is how I achieve clear skin. But honestly, in my videos, the reason that my skin looks clear is because of the lighting. I have 2 lights behind me, and I also have 2 windows. So I definitely don't have perfect skin, but I think it's just the illusion that the videos create. The next one is you wear highlight. I do not wear highlight. My cheeks are just naturally kind of, I guess, high, so light reflects off of them, but no, I don't wear highlight. I think highlight looks kind of bad, but the next one is you wear BB cream. I also do not wear BB cream. I don't even have that, but I don't wear it. Basically, BB cream is like a tinted moisturizer, but I have really dry skin and I don't like using something all over my face unless it's moisturizer, and that's it. Like, I don't use anything else just because I'm scared that it'll dry my face out. So I do not use a tinted moisturizer or BB cream. I just use regular moisturizer because, like I said, I have dry skin, sensitive skin. I don't want to break out. I don't want my skin to get dry, so no, I do not wear BB cream. The next one says, Kate, you are a precious soul. One day I hope to meet you, to tell you in person. I admire your walk with God and your godly example you live out. Thank you for being such a beautiful role model. And this obviously isn't an assumption, but it's really sweet. And even though a lot of these were kind of negative, I appreciate how positive that one was and how kind it was. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to write that for me. That was really nice of you, and I really appreciate you. So now on to the juicy ones. So all of these ones kind of go hand in hand. They're all very similar. So I'm just gonna read them off. So this one says, you're conceited. This one says, I assume you're very conceited. They spelled it wrong though, so. You're somewhat stuck up, no offense. I love that people say no offense when something's like offensive. It's so funny to me. My first assumption was that you were stuck up. Total not though, thanks. You are self-centered. Okay, so I'm just gonna answer these all at the same time because they're basically all the same. I don't think that I am. I have never heard that I am from other people that actually know me. And I feel like when you really get to know someone, that's when you are able to decide, you know, how they are as a person. And obviously I asked you guys to send me assumptions. So you're not saying that you believe this to be true. You're just saying that based off of what you've seen of me, you assume this, which is the point of the video. I wanted juicy stuff like this. But I want to say at my house, we have always been raised with like a spirit of humility. My parents are very humble, very sweet, just very giving people. And I grew up in a pastor's home because, you know, my dad's a pastor, if you guys didn't know that. But my dad doesn't pastor a mega church, you know? Like, my parents don't have, like, amazing jobs, you know? Like, we were never raised to be self-centered, conceited, spoiled. Like, none of that stuff. We were never raised to be like that. So growing up, my parents always taught us to be very humble, to say thank you, to kind of deflect compliments and, you know, put it back on that person. So I would say no, I don't agree with that. And I don't think that people that know me would agree with that either. But I feel like on Instagram, a lot of times when people post selfies, as girls do, we often assume like, yeah, they're probably really, you know, stuck up or conceited because they're posting pictures of themselves. So I would definitely be careful about all the stuff you post about yourself and about, you know, what you look like and what you're wearing, because people might take that as you being conceited. And I do see that how the stuff I post sometimes could make people think that, because I do post some photos of myself. But at the same time, it is 2019, it is your Instagram page. So if you want to post photos of yourself, then go ahead and do that. But just be mindful of the way that you're portraying yourself online, because perception is reality. So if people see your posts and think, this girl seems pretty conceited, they're not going to say she seems pretty conceited. They're going to say she is pretty conceited, even if they haven't met you. But like I said, if you've ever met me, you'd know that's not true. And I hope that someday I'll have the chance to meet all of you guys and prove that that's not true. But for now, hopefully you'll just take my word for it. The next one says, you're extremely confident. I wouldn't say I'm extremely confident. There are certain things about myself that I am kind of insecure about, but I would say for the most part, I'm pretty confident. Especially in the past few years, I've become a lot more confident in myself, just getting older, because I feel like at this point, I'm becoming who I'm supposed to be as an adult, and I'm putting away those like childish things, and I feel like being insecure is kind of childish. I feel like we need to stop like picking ourselves apart as adults. We need to stop finding things that are wrong with us and just look at the good things that we have and the good things that God has given us. And maybe you're insecure about something, but you need to make a list of all the things that are good about yourself and really just boost your own confidence, because nobody else is gonna do it for you. I didn't just like get all my friends to boost me up and then realize like, hey, I'm confident now. Like, no, I just woke up one day and told myself like, I'm not gonna worry about all these things that I can't change. I'm gonna focus on the good about myself, and I'm gonna love myself. So I do think I am pretty confident. I don't really get nervous like talking to people or putting myself out there, just because I feel like if it's meant to be, it'll be, and if it doesn't happen, then oh well. So I would say I am pretty confident, but obviously we all have things that we're kind of insecure about, but I try to put those aside and just focus on the good. So hopefully that answered your question. I feel like I just rambled a lot, but let's just go with that. The next one is, you're super high maintenance, and I really don't think I am. I feel like, once again, the way you portray yourself on Instagram sometimes makes people think you're a certain way. And basically, A lot of my Instagram photos have me with my hair curled, and I feel like when a girl's hair is always done, people assume that they're high maintenance. But the truth is, I oftentimes curl my hair on Sunday mornings, and then I keep those curls in till like Wednesday. I just don't wash my hair. But people think that I'm curling my hair every day, but really I'm not. Like for instance, these curls, I did these on Saturday morning, and I literally have not touched them up at all. They still look like this, and it's Monday. So I feel like people think I'm high maintenance because my hair's always done, but really it's like, no, it's actually not done. I just didn't like fix it, and the curls are still in it, so people just assume like, oh, those are fresh curls, you know, she always does her hair. Or maybe it's the fact that I'm dressed up a lot, but the truth is, like, I don't post photos of myself when I'm at school. So you guys don't see me on my jean skirt and hoodie days. You guys only see me on my like church clothes or like fun outing clothes. So I guess I could see how people would assume that someone's high maintenance based off of like what they've seen on Instagram, but I would say I'm one of the least high maintenance people. I could get ready in like 10 minutes. Okay, so the next one says that you've always been jealous of your sister. Y'all really coming here with the tea. So the answer to that question is no. When I was younger, you know, when I was like little kid, I would say I was just like every other little sister and was jealous of their older sister because they seemed like they had all the fun stuff going on, like being able to go to camp and being able to go to rallies and stuff like that. But I would say once I turned like 12 or 13, I wasn't jealous of her. I was just like friends with her. If you have an older sister and right now you kind of like idolize her, I promise that the older you get, the more you guys will just become friends, and it won't be like a comparison thing. It'll just be like a appreciation thing. My sister obviously doesn't live with me anymore because she's married. Moment of silence for the fallen. But every time we see each other, literally all we do is talk about how much we love each other. It's so annoying. If you ever hang out with us, it's like, I'll be like, Nicole's so cute. She'll be like, Kate's so cute. And like, we'll just go back and forth like, no, you're cute. It's so annoying. And that's just how we are. Like, we just love each other so much. And it's like, we will literally hang out like all the time. I'll go to her house all the time. And we'll still text each other all the time. Like, I miss you. I miss you. I want to hang out with you. And like, we're very close. I'm not, you know, not jealous of her. She's my best friend. I am thankful that she's gotten a lot of the things that she's been praying for. She deserves it more than anyone I know, honestly. She's like the sweetest. But no, we are not jealous of each other. We are very supportive of each other, and we just love each other. And that's really how you should be with your siblings. You shouldn't be comparing yourself. You should be lifting them up and being happy when they're happy and being sad when they're sad and celebrating their successes with them. And that is how me and my sister are. We are very close. We have a very unbreakable bond, and that's my homie. So I know you watching this, but love you, girl. You my bestie. My sister watches all my videos. Like, she's like my biggest fan, and I'm her biggest fan. And if you guys have not subscribed to her channel, her and her husband started one, and their videos are really good and really fun and really fresh. So if you guys want to watch those, I'll have it linked down below because you know you want to. And that's the tea. This is actually coffee. This one says that you're a genuine person and people take your humor the wrong way. I feel like this is so true. Like, I'll make a joke sometimes and people will think I'm being serious, and I'll be like, and I'm like, oh my goodness, does no one understand humor these days? Like, it happens a lot. Like, sometimes I feel like I'll make jokes at like inappropriate moments. Like, someone will be crying and I'll be like, hey, at least this. And they'll be like, what? And I'm like, no. I try to explain myself, but like, yeah, I feel like this happens a lot. Like, people take my humor the wrong way. But really, I just like, that's kind of my personality, is like, I try to use humor and like joking to like cheer people up. This one says you aren't the best when it comes to meeting new people. I don't think this is very true. I feel like I'm pretty outgoing. Obviously, it like depends on who the person is. Like, if it's like a guy and like I kind of like him, then maybe I'll be a little more shy in person. But it's like, it's weird because sometimes I'll be really shy and then sometimes I'll be like overly confident because like I want to like deflect that I'm being nervous. But when it comes to meeting like adults or just like other girls, I feel like I'm pretty chill. Like, I don't think I get nervous. I'll just, hey, I'm Kate, nice to meet you. Like, I don't know, I just don't think I'm very shy. This one says that you get annoyed easily. This is so true. I do get annoyed easily. I feel like I get annoyed too easily sometimes. If you guys have watched other videos of mine, you guys would know that my list of pet peeves is literally like 32. Like I have so many things that annoy me. And I'm really working on that because I feel like I get annoyed by everything and I need to stop. I need to like chill out and stop being so annoyed. But I don't know. I feel like people just don't know sometimes that the stuff they do is like annoying. And you can't say it, you know, like you can't be like, you're annoying me. So you're just kind of like sitting there like, I feel like this is very true. I do get annoyed easily, but I'm working on it. This one is definitely from my sister, and it says, I bet you steal your sister's clothes. Now this is not true. This is a bald-faced lie, okay? And let me tell you why. It's because, first of all, I don't even live with her anymore, so I can't steal her clothes. Second of all, whenever she comes to my house, she tries to take something with her. She'll be like, hey, I'm going out of town. Can I take this sweater with me? Hey, I really like this hat. Can I have it? No. And also sometimes she'll give me a gift, but then she'll end up taking it and using it. Like, for instance, she bought me a bottle of perfume, and then she asked me if she could take it on a trip with her. So I said yes, and she never gave it back. And then she used it all, and now she calls it her signature scent, even though it was originally a gift for me. So no, this is not true. In fact, my sister steals my stuff a lot, and when she lived here, I never had a hairbrush, I never had hairspray, never had hair ties, bobby pins, clothing, anything, because it was always in her room, because she would steal it all. So no, this is not true, and you know it, so don't even try to do that, okay? Also, I'm totally joking. Like, this is true, but like, don't be in the comment section like, oh my gosh, she's so mean to her sister. Like, no, we're just joking. Ooh, this one says, you actually wish you weren't apostolic. Whoa. Now, obviously, if someone was to feel like this, they wouldn't probably admit to it, but I'm being 100% and completely honest with you guys. This is not true at all. I love being apostolic. I love being in church. I love that my dad's a pastor. I love being able to work in my church. If I wasn't in church, I feel like my life would have no meaning and I wouldn't be having as much fun as I am. So no, this is not true at all. I really appreciate the life that God's given me, and I feel like if I wasn't apostolic, I'd be sad and I wouldn't really have anything going on. So I got this one in my last video and I got it again in this one. It says, you want to be black. My answer in the last video and this one still is, doesn't everyone? I mean, come on. The next one says, you've always been popular in school. So I'm assuming this comes from someone who doesn't really know my background. So basically, I went to a private Christian school from 1st through 12th grade, and there isn't really a high school hierarchy or a class system when it comes to popularity like there is in public schools. So no, I was never popular because there wasn't any popular kids really. Like, everybody was just on the same level and nobody really cared about that. But I will say that if there was a hierarchy system, I probably still wouldn't be popular because I feel like I'm filming. Get out, Scout.
Hello, film.
You're
what are
so
we doing?
Ah, Dad, get him out of
The
here.
dog is wagging his tail.
Get out of here, Scout.
Hello.
You're so
What are you people doing? We have a blue wall. That makes a good background, actually.
I know, especially the contrast. Get out, Scout.
Love you.
Love you. Even if my school did have like a hierarchy system, I still feel like I wouldn't be popular because even my friends were kind of shady towards me in high school. Like, not even gonna lie to you guys, like, I had some shady friends and they were kind of like fake with me. So I feel like I wouldn't be popular. I was also like different in high school. I was a lot more confrontational, I feel like, and I kind of like spoke my mind more and said like what I was thinking more, which got me into hot water with some people. So I really don't think I would have been popular. The next one says, you are picky about the guys that you date. I would say this is accurate. I feel like everyone should be a little bit picky. We all have things we like, things we don't like, and God is obviously preparing the perfect person for you, and you shouldn't just be settling for anyone. You should definitely have a list of things you're looking for, not necessarily physical things. I feel like everyone has like, I want a guy with like blue eyes. Like, okay, that's not always realistic. Like, when I'm saying a list of things, I'm saying like a list of personality traits, spiritual traits, stuff like that. But yeah, I would say I'm picky. I'm not too picky though. You know, some girls are too picky and then they just don't end up getting married. I'm not like that. And now we're on to the juicy questions, the tea questions, if you will. So this one says, you're talking to someone new. Am I? No, guys, I'm not. I'm not talking to someone new. I'm just messing with you. Nope, not talking to anybody. You have a boyfriend or have had one. I have had a boyfriend. I do not have one currently, though. You secretly have a boyfriend. I love you, Kate. Love you too, whoever you are, but no secret boyfriends here. I wish I did have one though, so I could be like, who is it? And like clickbait it, but like, no, I don't have one. You broke up with your boyfriend. You broke up with blank. You dumped that boy. Well, that's all the time we have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment down below, and if you are not following me on all my social medias, I'll have those linked in the description box below. I have Instagram, Twitter, and Pinterest. Don't forget to check out my sister and her husband's channel down below because it's really good. They are doing really good and they have some awesome content on there, so you definitely don't want to miss that. And yeah, that is everything for today's video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. I'm being 100 and completely % on, you know, if it wasn't for the Lord, where would I be? My life was nothing until he set me free. Hey, what a change.
But you know what? Buy some lights instead of taking everything apart. You better put them back together the right way.
I always do. This is what I always use for lighting.